It has been a terrible 2018 for the German national team. After achieving World Cup glory in 2014, Die Mannschaft crumbled under the expectation of potentially going back-to-back at the 2018 World Cup in Russia and were eliminated in the group stages. Couple this with a dreadful start to the UEFA Nations League with losses to the Netherlands and France. Many are now calling for the sacking of head coach Jogi Löw. As someone with German heritage, I feel a little bit of a personal duty to at least turn the ship around, even if only from a FIFA sense. Today, we take on our first international rebuild of FIFA 19. It is time to rebuild Germany. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. It's been a little while, almost like 9 months to a year since I actually did an international rebuild, but we're going to be taking over the German national team. I'm just taking over Bayern Munich for the sake of things. Won't be showcasing too much to do with Bayern Munich, focusing specifically on the national team. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild and you want to see more international rebuilds, make sure you hit that like button down below, and also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So here are the rules for the International Rebuild Challenge. The objective of the international rebuilds is to win the World Cup with our selected nation. All the games in the episode are simulated except for the World Cup final. The episode does not finish until we win the World Cup final, not the Euros, not anything else, the World Cup. And it does not matter how we source talent, whether they are pre-existing players or whether they are regens or whether they are youth scouted players. Hopefully that clears it up. Let's get into the rebuild. So I'm going to be using the international management offer from the catalog, so I'm going to wait for that to kick into effect, and I'll show you guys when we get the national team offer. And there it is, on the 4th of August 2018, we get given the offer from the German national team. Of course, we will have the Euros before the World Cup because the World Cup year just passed, which means my main focus, my laser focus, is on winning in 2022. By then, there'll be a whole new generation of German footballers. A lot of the players now will have retired or not be good enough to be in the side, or at least the starting lineup, and a whole new youth core will be promoted. Players like Leroy Sané, Ter Stegen, Jonathan Tah, Goretzka, Havertz, all these sorts of players should be firing. But let's see how we go on the quest to World Cup glory. Not sure how the video is going to turn out in terms of what I'm going to show you. Obviously the World Cup qualifiers, but we'll see how we do. So we do have the Euros qualifiers. Obviously, I'm not too invested in the Euros. It would be nice to make them. It would be nice to go deep in them. But ultimately, the goal is to do well in the World Cup, win the World Cup. So I'm just going to simulate through, maybe show you a little bit here and there, but ultimately not going to focus too much on them. So we're towards the back end of qualifications to the Euros, but we're going to end season 1 there. A fantastic season. Let's get into season 2 and continue our journey. That was a very fast season as well. So after our 10 games in the Euros qualifiers, we have finished top of our group, and we will be playing in Euro 2020 along with Portugal. Got to find out all about that later, but just thought I'd give you that little bit of an update. To be honest, we're probably not going to have too many updates until Euro 2020, or for the rest of the season at least, because I mean, we've got international friendlies, but I don't care, and I don't think you care about those either. So whilst I don't want to focus too much on the European Championships, on the Euros, I still want to show them to you a little bit just to see like a bit of a barometer on how we are progressing. So we're in Group A, we have Romania, Poland and France. How far will we go in the Euros? Let's go find out. Alright, so game 1 against Poland. I'm just going to do the simple start and sim. So, how do we go? 4-1, and my computer goes off. How's that for timing? Timo Werner out for the second game with injury. It is against Romania. Can we go 2 from 2 and just about get ourselves to the knockouts? It's a 2-2 draw. Alright, a big game here against France. No Mats Hummels either. who was Germany's hero at the World Cup in 2014 when they beat France. I remember his headed goal, but it's another 2-2 draw. I mean, it's a little bit touch and go whether we're going to be into the next round. Alright, we are top of the group. A lot of draws in the group. France didn't even make it out of it, so it's us and Romania, I believe, into the next stage. But as the Euros run across the off-season, we're going to have to wait until the next season to find out how our Euro journey finishes. So, let's get into the third season with Germany. So we're facing Portugal in the quarterfinals. They're on the hunt for back-to-back European championships. But let's see how we go here. Simulation 2-0. We're through to the Euro 2020 semi-finals. So we lost 3-0 to the Netherlands this week at the time of recording in the Nations League. Is it going to be a different story in the semi-finals? Yes, it is. Germany through to the Euro 2020 finals. Alright, Germany versus Spain. Euro 2020 final. Are we going to head into the World Cup? Hopefully head into the World Cup full of confidence. Or will we fall at the final hurdle? We fall at the final hurdle. Spain, champions of Europe. Second place. Now let's focus on the real prize. Let's focus on World Cup qualifications. So all of our attention now changes and turns to World Cup qualification, and we actually have a somewhat difficult qualification group. Obviously, you would pinpoint Belgium as being our biggest rivals, but I mean, Sweden, they are very tough. They eliminated Italy last World Cup qualifications. Scotland as well could cause us some problems, and who knows about Romania and Finland. I mean, Romania got out of our group at the Euros, but let's get into the games. Alright, the first game of qualification at home to Romania. Had to make a few changes due to injuries in the squads, and I just wanted to rotate, but it's going to be 4-0, a strong start to World Cup qualification. And now away to Scotland here. Let's start our qualification campaign off to a strong start. I would love another 4-0. Got to be wary of Scotland though. 2-0. Good stuff, Goretzka. Alright, so this is obviously the biggest game of our group stages, really. If we can get points against Belgium, Sweden, these sort of teams, that's going to go a long way in getting us qualified. We go behind early, but ultimately, Leroy Sané and Timo Werner get us 3 massive points. So we have got off to a flying start here, and so have Finland. We are the only 2 sides in qualification that are still yet to lose a game or even drop points. And we remain the only team not to drop points. Timo Werner getting another crucial goal. Alright, game 5 of qualification. Like I said, teams like Sweden could cause an upset and get through. We need to keep them away early, and we do. That's another win. We're on bloody fire. We keep getting big wins like we have, and we will be very close to qualification straight up. Finland again, and again, 3-0. Timo Werner has been absolutely incredible. So here we go, away to Belgium. As you can see, we are running away with the group. I mean, we're 8 points clear of Belgium. If we get the win here, we're going to be in a fantastic position. It's a draw, still in a great position. All right, and now away to Sweden. Can we get back to our winning ways? Still without losing a group in qualification, but I want to make sure we get more wins. We get the lead and we get the 3 points. 2-0 over Sweden. So the qualification path is going along nicely. We're going to continue it in Season 4, flying through the rebuild. But let's see if we can get ourselves through to the FIFA World Cup. At home to Scotland. Only a few more qualifiers to go. Technically, we might already be qualified to the World Cup, not counting our chickens before they hatch, however. And it is another 3-0 win. Surely we're just about qualified now. Alright, away to Romania. This might be the final game for qualifications. We're 10 points clear anyways. We are absolutely killing it. And we have killed it. Let's see if we can take this form to the World Cup. and it's a 2-0 win. Should have been another 3-0, but it's 2-0. And there it is. If you look to the top right hand corner, you will see we had the little qualified for World Cup symbol. Let's go and just double check how things finished up in the World Cup qualifiers. Not a single loss for us, and it is ourselves and Belgium going through to the World Cup. So it is business time, fellas. We've got to get focused up. We have the World Cup, and we have been given a somewhat favourable group. I mean, it is ourselves, Denmark, Norway, and Colombia. Definitely a group that I think we should be topping. Of course, there might be a few surprises here and there, but I think it's a group that we are expected to get through. Although, that being said, in Russia, I mean, Germany had somewhat of a group that they were expected to get out of at least, so yeah, stranger things have happened. World Cup time, the first game is against Norway. I'm really gutted because Jonathan Tah is out for the World Cup, so Hummels has to start, which isn't a bad thing. I'm going to be watching these games through, unlike the qualifiers, and I mean, we've gotten off to a strong start with Timo Werner giving us a 1-0 advantage. Definitely want to be seeing those 3-0 results like we had in the qualifiers. Draxler making it 2-0, which is brilliant to see. A third goal would round it out. They get a goal back, so it's game on. Sander Berge, I believe that is, making it 2-1, but ultimately we come away with all 3 points, and that is a strong start to the World Cup. So the biggest game of our group here, Germany versus Colombia. This is a must-win game, and they get off to a perfect start. Of course, we've been made the away team, so we're gonna be up against it. I mean, simulating away games is ridiculous this year, but Sane does make it 1-1, which is assuring to see. Very assuring. Let's see what we can do come the second half. Julian Brandt on for Toni Kroos. Half an hour to go. Hernandez misses a penalty for Colombia, which is very welcomed. 10 minutes to go. Is it going to remain 1-1? It is. So we drop points here. 1-1 against Colombia. So this is a must-win game. As you can see by the standings, Denmark are the only team that can catch us. We get a point here, and we go through to the knockout rounds, the round of 16. Let's make sure, or the round of 16. Let's make sure that we do not lose here to Denmark. We get off to the dream start. Eriksen Werner making it 1-0. Pione Sisto making it 1-1 though, which is not ideal. They've got a good side, Denmark. Sane putting us back in front, but Denmark do have a very good side. Christensen, Vestergaard, Højbjerg, Eriksen, Poulsen, Sisto. Right now we're up though. If it stays like this, we go through. Come on, hang on for the last 5 minutes. Sane makes it 3-1, and we are through to the knockout rounds of the World Cup. So, we're going to be versing the United States of America in the round of 16 here. I'm sure American subscribers that are watching desperately want this to happen in Qatar in 2022. You guys would love to be in the World Cup full stop, let alone in the round of 16. Here we are, round of 16. Some interesting sides making it. I mean, South Africa making it. Are we going to get through to the quarters? Let's go and find out. Alright, here we go. Let's take down the Americans and get ourselves through to the quarters. I've changed things up a little bit, putting Draxler on the bench, putting Brandt into attacking mid, and putting Goretzka into centre mid. But we do get off to a dream start. Timo Werner stepping up in the clutch. He's been so big in today's episode, making it 1-0. Henriks, our right back, making it 2-0, which is fantastic. Sierla does pick up a knock. Gnabry makes it 3-0. Surely we're going to be going through to the quarters, but at what cost? Gnabry makes it 4-0. We have absolutely just destroyed America, but I'm worried about Sierla. So 9 days out on the sidelines for Nicolas Sierla, or Schuler, however you pronounce it. So he'll probably miss our quarterfinals and potentially semi-finals if we get there. But we're going to have to wait until the next season. We're going to have to get into Season 5 to see how we perform in the World Cup. Is it going to be the final stages of the rebuild, or will we have to wait until 2026? Well, this is going to make things interesting. Now, in the Euros, we lost the final to Spain. Who do we face in the goddamn quarterfinals of the World Cup? Spain. So we're hoping that we can get our revenge from the finals of the Euros and get ourselves through to the semi-finals, and let's hope Spain doesn't have our number again. Alright, so it is now time for the biggest test of the rebuild so far. It is Spain. In the World Cup, they have a very good young core of players. A very exciting future for Spanish football, but Serge Gnabry does give us the lead here, which is brilliant. Now we just need to make sure we keep a clean sheet. We're halfway there. I'm very nervous. Timo Werner 2-0. Yes, that took a little while for my brain to register it, but we are 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go, and we're surely headed through. There it is. There's the full-time whistle. We head through to the World Cup semi-finals. 2-0 over Spain. We get our revenge. Italy didn't even make the World Cup in Russia, but they have made the semi-finals in the World Cup in Qatar. If my memory serves right, Germany and Italy did face each other in 2006 in the semi-finals. Hopefully it is a different result here, and hopefully it is Germany headed to the final to face either Brazil or Argentina. Alright, so it is time for the World Cup semi-final. One big performance, and we will get the opportunity to complete the rebuild with the German national team. Let's see how we go. Italy do have some quality young players in there. Donnarumma would be great. Romagnoli, Rugani, Nico Barrea, Bernardeschi. Cutrone might be very dangerous in terms of overall at the moment. Not too much happening yet besides yellow cards and substitutions. Hopefully we can see a goal for Germany. Up coming on for Sane. Are we headed to extra time? We are. Come on, lads. Brandt makes it 1-0. Yes. Come on. 10 minutes to go. Surely. Yes. We're through to the World Cup final. 1-0 over Italy. Get in there, lads. Germany versus Brazil. My God. Would I love a similar result to what we saw in Brazil when it was Germany taking down Brazil, what, 7-1? I would love that. I would definitely not be against that result here, but it is two of football's greatest international sides coming up against one another, trying to get the crowning glory of world football. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go through the squad report here just quickly, although it doesn't really make too much of a difference because it's not like a general rebuild, but this is what Germany looks like now. Of course, I wish we had Jonathan Tah in there. He would be fit now, but once you select your squad and someone's injured, you can't take an injured guy with you, even if they're going to be fit by the end of the competition. But we have to see if Germany can once again become world champions. We take on Brazil. Let's get into it. Okay, so that pre-game cutscene was incredibly broken there, so I'm going to quickly show you the lineups here for this World Cup final so that we know who Germany actually has, or Brazil actually has in their team. So that's our starting lineup, and that is Brazil's starting lineup. Here we go, early opportunities. Toni Kroos going through. We see you at the back post. Win that header, please. Comes out. Oh, we hit that one straight at the keeper. Nicely done here. Timo Werner going through. Leroy Sané's injured, I didn't even realise, but he puts a good cross in there. What the bloody hell was that finish? Oh my God, what are you doing, Goretzka? I know it's me controlling it, the blame is completely on me, but I'm just going to shift flame. I'm going to deflect and blame that one on Goretzka. Nice passing play here. Werner holding it up. Going to Julian Brandt. Going through. Kroos. First time finesse. We're all over Brazil in the opening 15 minutes, but we can't get the lead. Look how close this was. Great hit there from Toni Kroos, but a good save from Ederson. We get the corner out of it though. Come on, we've had 3 great opportunities. Can we get a goal on the 4th? It goes to Sewell. Back post. Nobody can get the scraps. Leroy Sané. Coming through. Going to Werner. Come on, we're trying to find some options. We go short there to Serge Gnabry. Decides to go to Brandt instead. Goes back. Here we go. Gnabry finesse. Just lacking. Here we go. We've got a great opportunity here early in the second half. We're going to go for it. Big save from Edison. I was considering squaring it, but I thought we might have been able to sneak the ball through there. All right, we have the corner here. It's going to be Leroy Sané looking for some support in the middle. Trying to find Mats Hummels. Comes out. Julian Brandt. First time. There it is. That's the lead in the World Cup final. And it is a well-deserved lead at that. Julian Brandt. That ball was continuing to rise there. Absolutely beautiful connection there. I think Edison just stood and watched that one there. Let's look at this on the replay. One touch, bang. Edison really should have got there. Maybe he was confused. Like maybe he got lost it in the eye line, lost his eyesight in terms of all the players that were next to him. But Edison, that was a savable shot. Regardless, 1-0. Yes, good tackle there. All right, here we go. We've got good numbers. We score here and we're in a great position. It's a great ball through Julian Brandt. What a block. Oh, we can't get anybody with a follow-up. That is the block of dreams. It's still on though here. Leroy Sané, long shot straight at Edison. We get a corner though. Last time we did score off a corner. Brazil has brought on Coutinho. They still need a goal. It's coming out here. Heinrichs up against Jesus. Jesus with a good touch. Come on, Heinrichs. He's chasing. They go to Coutinho. Goes back. Arthur going to Coutinho. We need to drop back with Heinrichs. Go on there. Jesus. In there. Fabinho save to Stegen. Oh, yes. Good stuff from Julian Brandt. Come on. Timo Werner cutting around. Feeding it through to Brandt. Got some options. Goes himself. And he gets the match winner, surely. Isn't that a double from Julian Brandt? I was going to play it out to Leroy Sané, but the opportunity was begging to be taken. I didn't expect for us to score that one there. Let's look at this on the replay. Running straight up the guts. It was a nice ball. I was in two minds about going out wide, but what a finish that was from Julian Brandt. The toe poke into the back of the net. And surely that is going to be the World Cup for Germany. Edison with the ball in hand. He's going to belt it away. Time is run out for Brazil. We're waiting for that full-time whistle. There it is. Germany, once again, champions of world football. That is the World Cup final secured for Germany in 2022 in Oman. Or no, it's not Oman. It's Qatar. And is this a sign of things to come? Lads, if you enjoyed our first international rebuild for FIFA 19, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. I'm going to let you enjoy the World Cup title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
But I want y'all to listen. Cause my choice can determine my decision. Look what I'm rocking, they looking and talking. Flow is like butter, I cook with it often. No satisfaction, I'm needing it more. All of this action, I'm keeping it raw. I came to work, they came to party, don't all by myself. Calling McCarthy, flow, open your mind. Look at my moves, what do you see when you look at my shoes? They don't see all of the walking it took to blossom from being a pawn to a rook and beyond. All black and I'm calm, king born from here. See when you look at me now, everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. What do you see when you look at me now? Everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. One track mind, wanna roll with the squad, get fly. Wings up on an all black eye. When it's done, meditate all night. Shorty got a one track mind. Wanna go just a couple more times. Want smoke just a couple more times.